Welcome to Coull Discussions. Today will be a discussion about artificial intelligence, better known as AI. We've all seen the movies, we've all read the books, we've all read comics about how AI turns on its creator and becomes malevolent and destroys everything, like Skynet and Terminator.
That's like the first, I think, like one of the first bigger movies that I remember that has artificial intelligence where it ends up taking over the world. And I think that's like the basis of every artificial intelligent movie or type of sci-fi is that it ends up going bad.
Well, yeah, because generally our AI is created by humans and humans are flawed. You know, we're not going to make it perfect.
So it's created with the same flaws as humans.
Yeah, so it's going to do the same things as humans. There are so many philosophical discussions about whether or not AI should be made and whether or not it shouldn't be made. Stephen Hawking has come out and said, don't create AI. And it's great for him to say something like that. And, in North America and Europe, there's a possibility that people will actually heed his advice. But in places like Russia and China, if they go full steam ahead, they're not going to go...
People have already created AI. Like, there's already computers out there who do that kind of stuff.
Okay.
It's not obviously readily available to normal, like, the low, like, just
the
population.
Okay. I think maybe your idea of AI might be a little different.
Why?
Well, okay. What do you think AI is? Like,
AI is a computer that adapts and...
No. AI, artificial intelligence, is has that sense of being aware of itself. Whereas something that adapts to it, Siri, when you type in there, it will actually adapt to your language.
Well, that's a form of artificial intelligence. That's what I think of as artificial intelligence. Because there was just an article that I read about a computer playing poker against people. In 2015 they did it. The humans won. This year they did the computer won. So they found out a way to make the computer to be able to adapt to the way they were being played against. And that's my thought of artificial intelligence. I think that form of artificial intelligence is fine.
But, okay...
because then you can create stuff that can figure stuff out better than...
No. And I
think when you get into the point... Sorry. When you get into the point of, where, like you said, where they can become aware of themselves and stuff like that, that's where you can kind of cross the line.
That's true. And Isaac Asimov, he wrote Do Robots Dream of Electric Sheep? And he wrote... What?
Do Robots Dream of Electric Sheep?
Well, no.
That's an awesome name.
It is, but it has a very valid point in that whole book. He wrote the three rules of robotics. A robot
should be able to be turned off.
Is
that one of them?
No. Crap. A robot cannot harm itself, or it cannot harm a human. It cannot harm itself unless it conflicts with Rule 1. And then, damn it, I totally forgot the three rules of robotics. They're valid rules in the sense is it's almost an airtight way of making sure robots don't turn on their creators. Because if you make a set of rules that state that they cannot harm people, and if they can't harm people, then we should be fairly safe. But the problem is there's too many instances where you can actually go around those things.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the first two rules work. I'm just trying to find the third rule.
No, you're right.
Why in the world is that not doing that? I think even the first two rules, like they sound like they're pretty airtight, right?
Yeah. No.
It's like, don't do harm to humans. Don't do harm to yourself unless it...
conflicts with Rule 1.
Yeah, unless you're doing harm to a human, then you can harm yourself. So, really... And that's my stance on AI. If we're using AI to just...
So a robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. A robot must obey orders given it by humans beings except where such orders would conflict with the first law, and a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with first or second law. So there you go. And it's really it's almost airtight, but you have to think about it. Is like because humankind understands the concept of the greater good. Some people have to die for lots of people to live. Mm-hmm. Would a robot actually be able to think like that? Because as soon as a robot is able to think like that, yes, some humans would come to harm, but more humans wouldn't come to harm because of it.
I think if we create AI that becomes that intelligent, then we deserve to die. I think because we have the ability to, we're creating it. We have the ability to create it so it doesn't do that. Do we not? Like with a simple on-off switch. That's what I've always wondered. And you see these sci-fi movies, they create these computers and they just end up taking over the world. You're like, and to me, I go, well, didn't you just put an on-off switch on them?
Oh, okay, hold on. There's a philosophical debate about that too. It's like, okay, so what happens if you design artificial intelligence to answer questions? Every time you answer the questions, it would have a button pushed, and it would feel pleasure, mm-hmm. right? So at one point in time, that robot might figure out, or that AI might figure out that it just needs to push the button to feel pleasure. So what it has to do? It has to stop the person, or it will build a robot to push the button for it. So he doesn't have to answer questions. He just has somebody push the button, right? Humans will then step into the light and prevent the robot from pushing the button. So the robot would go, well, get rid of the humans so they don't stop me from pushing the button.
So wouldn't you just not put the button there?
But, yeah.
There you go.
No, and I get it. Some people have lots of discussions about things like that, and it's just like, well, what,
why would you put the button there?
Why put the button there?
Like, why does a computer?
Why? I think it might be the argument of why would the robot answer questions if it doesn't get anything out of it?
Because it's programmed to.
But what if?
It's a robot. It doesn't know pleasure, pain. It shouldn't, anyways. It's just like that, and that's where like it's a line, and we need to come up to that, but not cross it.
And that's the problem. Is that some people don't care about that line. When we watch the movie Ex Machina, yeah, well, plenty of real world examples, but like in the movie Ex Machina, the guy crossed the line. He created AI. And I don't think he understood. I don't think he understood just how well he created the AI, because the AI wanted to get out.
He didn't understand the full consequences of his creation.
Yeah, he was just thinking.
For those wondering what he's talking about, that movie we reviewed it yesterday. So go check it out.
Yeah.
When you're done watching this one, check that one out.
Yeah. And it's in a nutshell the question of why, if we should create AI. I think we should have virtual intelligence, and I think this might be more of a definition of what you're thinking. A virtual intelligence would be something that you could program to play against humans in poker.
Well, but they right? call it artificial intelligence.
No, but yes, you're right. But I'm trying to
even in games.
I'm throwing it out there that we should call certain things virtual intelligence, because we're not actually trying to create a consciousness in a robot. We're just trying to create something that can do a specific task. So that is virtual intelligence, like Cortana or Siri. Those are virtual intelligences that can listen to you and answer
games,
questions.
Right? All video games have AI in them.
Yeah,
to an extent where they.
You're right, and I'm thinking that AI might have.
The line has been blurred.
Yeah, it's becoming such a broad definition of what AI is.
Artificial intelligence really is the mirroring of human activities and
consciousness
into a machine.
Yeah.
Whereas the other virtual, I like that, virtual intelligence, is it actually a real thing, virtual intelligence? Or do we just make that up?
I'm calling it right now. This is what we should call virtual intelligence.
Because that's what it is.
Is things like Siri, like Cortana, like the poker
things that
playing
adapt.
one.
I have the ability
Deep
to adapt,
Blue.
but you can turn them off.
I think that's a very important part, is being able to turn something off and not having the computer being able to turn itself off or prevent itself from being turned off.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's the line. I think that's the line of...
Either that or we need to develop an EMP so we could just set one off and destroy all electronics and be done with it in case something ever goes haywire.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, because you watch these movies and you guarantee it's probably happening. There's probably somebody out there trying who's using everything that's invented or used in the world today. Somebody finds a way to use it for evil.
Oh, definitely.
Everything.
Okay, the atomic bomb was definitely invented with a weaponization in mind. Our robot intelligence isn't developed with evil in mind, but
it will be used, definitely.
It's going to be used in the military. It's going to be used by
because
people.
Because people were like, "Ooh, we can throw robots out there in the military instead of real humans." And it's like drones. We already have that kind of. Before, you had to fly in a real plane with real people to bomb people. Now you just fly a drone, a remote control plane, over bomb.
And look, even drones are starting to become a part of normal everyday life. They're becoming so...
Soon your Amazon order will get delivered on a drone.
Well, they're already doing it.
Yeah.
What about pizzas? They're starting to talk about pizza deliveries with drones. So I get it.
How are humans going to make money? How are we going to have jobs if we just give them to the robots?
Yeah, and that's something I disagree with too. Is like we got to stop robotizing everything because we have too many people. You can make as many robots as you want, but we have people that need these jobs, and
we're all going to be on factory lines making robots.
Oh yeah, or we're going to be like the Matrix and become battery cells.
No shit. One of the two things. We're going to be making robots to drive to the drive-thru to get coffee from a robot. Oh my goodness. Hey, it's coffee break time. Let's go to Tim Hortons. Get from the robots.
Yeah. I think AI... I don't think it should be developed because, I'm sorry, if you don't watch sci-fi or read sci-fi, maybe you should. Just realize that something goes awry because Westworld, we talked about Westworld, and they are full of AI.
Yeah. I just imagine this, okay?
And somebody
can write these stories and then come up with these ideas for entertainment purposes. Do you think somebody's already thought of that stuff for military purposes?
Or if they haven't,
like that?
They all of a sudden they read it and go, ooh, that's actually a really good idea.
Westworld, the book, the first movie, Westworld, was put out in like 1970 something.
Yeah.
And the original
talked about what it was.
So,
and Westworld, the TV series, which we did a review on, that's what happens is AI runs amok.
Listen, we're not sitting here saying that we're like making computers or telling people how to make computers or anything like that. Me personally, I'm not smart enough to program a snake going across the screen in a computer, okay? So this is just our opinions on the AI and the intelligence world that we're going into, because obviously we're getting more intelligence. You can like find people easier in the world now with all the technology that we have, and I think we just need to be careful because it's scary and it's dangerous.
It can be very dangerous, and when you have somebody as smart as Stephen Hawking say, "Don't do it,"
I think we should heed their advice.
I think we should.
Because, well, look at it. Look how people use, like, Facebook and Twitter and all these iPhone apps for bad.
Twitter
Tinder
is used
and all that stuff. Like look what they're being used for. Imagine somebody can get their hands on a computer, supercomputer that could do God knows what. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Imagine that. And then that's all we're talking about is that I think... Like I said, when Stephen Hawking is probably one of the smartest people in the world, says, "Hey, Don't do it. We should probably not do it.
I agree. Well, comment below. See what you have to say, because you might have a very different opinion. And
tell us why you think artificial intelligence would be a good thing for the world. If you think that, because I think we both come from a stance where it wouldn't be a good thing.
No.
To the extent of where they could have a conscience and be...
I think virtual intelligence, yes has a...
and start that word trending. Virtual intelligence is the intelligence that we have now and that we're working on. AI is... Well, somebody's probably working on true AI.
Yeah.
Is what you see in the movies, where the robots end up stabbing you and...
Skynet.
Killing... Yeah.
Skynet.
Yeah. Remember, always have that off switch.
Yeah.
God damn it. Alright, guys, don't forget to like... or
dislike, totally allowed.
Comment and subscribe.
Yeah.
Have yourselves a wonderful day.
See ya.